Well, this week is a big one for Thailand's powerful Shinawatra family. Suspended Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra has appeared in court to testify in a case seeking to remove her from office over her handling of the border clashes with Cambodia. While her father and former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra will find out his fate tomorrow when a verdict is delivered over allegations he insulted Thailand's monarchy. For more on this, I'm joined by legal advisor and former special counsel to the Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, Verapat Pariyawong. Verapat, good to have you with us again today. Now, a big 48 hours for the Shinawatras. Let's go to Thaksin first, who will hear his less majestic case verdict tomorrow. What are the expectations, whether he's found guilty or not guilty?
This case is an old one. It stems from the news reports that he gave interviews in South Korea with various translations. And I think, at least from the legal circles, the consensus seems to be that he should be acquitted simply because the evidence against him is quite thin. The words, the remarks that we found does not and did not point to the monarchy or the monarch or the king at the time. It points to the so-called palace circles or other officials surrounding the palace. So I think that would be the turning point for the court to consider.
Yes, and in the meantime, his daughter Paetongtarn, she gave testimony today over that leaked phone call with the former Cambodian leader Hun Sen. What's your understanding of what happened at the Constitutional Court today?
The court has insisted that there will be no live televised of the giving of the remarks by the Prime Minister or the other witness. But those who were present in the courtroom seem to suggest that the Prime Minister did quite well in preparing her testimony before the court. But again, this is a very murky area between law and politics, because normally if the Prime Minister shot someone or committed crime or committed bribery, then it's quite a straightforward questions of facts and law. But this, we are talking about a Prime Minister in a private call with another former leader of a neighboring country trying to secure a peace deal, so to say. So whether one could judge that her attempt to prevent bloodshed, to prevent military escalation was done in good faith or not, that's really, in my view, a political question. And it remains to be seen what angle can the court say that this is something that the court, an elected legal body, can consider.
Yes. Now, these two cases do have the ability to seriously destabilize, at least politically, the country at least. What are your reflections in the manner in which these cases have been dealt with by the Thai judiciary?
Well, the first case is, as I said, a very old one.
Yeah.
It only becomes an active case now because Mr. Thaksin, the former Prime Minister, the father of the current Prime Minister, has recently returned to Thailand just a few years ago. But the second case we're talking about is a very serious one because it raises questions: where are the electorates in this picture? If we are debating whether the remarks or the words chosen by Prime Minister Paetongtarn of Thailand satisfied the political preference or the expectations of one person or the other, then that's a very, very political question. And I don't think 5 out of 9 men sitting on the Constitutional Court can decide for the whole country, because some actually believe that although the words chosen by Paetongtarn might be a bit controversial, it was done in good faith. It was done to prevent bloodshed, to avoid military escalation. And now that we have military escalation and dead bodies on both sides, I think it remains to be asked, how could the court be held accountable if the court is not the one who's elected and it's not the one who's dealing with the serious problems at the border?
And I do want to go to the border clashes, and the issue is still simmering between Bangkok and Phnom Penh. Now, Thailand is preparing to sue Cambodia's past and present leaders, not in any international court, but in the Thai court. Will this lead to anything? I mean, I can't imagine Hun Sen nor Hun Manet will respect the legitimacy of such a case because it is being held in Thailand.
Of course, and there will be questions of international legal principles concerning diplomatic immunities or head of state immunities. I think what is going on right now, and it is probably going to be taking place in both countries. It's not just Thailand taking such actions. I think Cambodia will be taking similar actions. It depends on to what extent can we get hold of the person or even properties to be legally enforced. I think it has to do with, first, to ensure that the public understand that the Thai government is doing everything it can under its jurisdiction, under its legal power, to ensure that there is justice served. So I think when prosecuting on the basis of criminal law against a former or current head of states of a neighboring country, that could be quite tricky under international law. But at least trying to see ways whether there can be compensation claim is another matter. Now, Thai people are also considering whether this could lead to something more concrete. For example, a prosecution before international tribunal or the international criminal court like the ICC, but that still remains to be seen.
Yes, I mean, is it a distraction though? Is it a message from the Thai government, given all the controversy around what's happened with these cases, to tell the Thai people, look, we are doing everything we can to defend Thailand's sovereignty, and this is how we're doing it?
Well, let's not forget that F-16 from the Thai Air Force strike, and it was quite a major military operation comparing to what has happened in Thailand over the past 20 years. So I think concrete actions were taken. I think this is now the time for the civilian government to show that aside from the military power, they are exercising all legal options. Now, the fact that they are talking about this is not the only action they're taking. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs are taking a very concrete steps to rely on the so-called Ottawa Convention, which has to do with the landmines. And recently, it has emerged that there are evidence, photos in phones dropped by Cambodian soldiers allegedly showing that Cambodian soldiers planted those mines. So I think that's a very interesting legal avenue we have to follow, whether the Ottawa Convention and the so-called fact-finding mechanism could be used by Thailand in this case.
Yes, and Verapat, just finally, we are seeing Thailand now turning to other countries for labor, as hundreds of thousands of Cambodian workers, they leave the country. The cabinet has approved Sri Lankan workers to come in. Might this be a costly exercise for Thailand's development, assuming that it will cost more to bring workers from overseas, as opposed to having Cambodian workers just cross the border?
Correct, and that's the nature of having good relations with your neighbors. It's not just these workforce. Thai state agencies, Thai companies also have investments in Cambodia, and I think economic costs will have to be taken into account after the flame in the minds of the people starts to disappear.
Okay, Verapat Pariyawong, always good to get your insights on the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you.